Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island USA Season 6, Episode 21. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I was this close to coming on camera and cussing out the producers because, sweetie, where was the rest of movie night? Why were the clips so short? This is not what we're used to. On top of that, there was a lot of, what's it called, prologue? Just the pre-stuff. We didn't need all the pre-stuff. Pre-stuff sounds crazy. We didn't need all of the preliminary. They could have cut those conversations down a little bit shorter. I don't know. I felt like they were definitely doing us a disservice, but part 2 is on Thursday, so I'm ready for that. Okay, let's get into it. Aaron and Kayla are still spiraling over this whole shower comment thing. And as much as I think that Kayla does a lot, she is expressing hurt and her partner is not acknowledging the hurt. He's diminishing it. Not the road to go down. Not the road to go down. Even if she's like pulling the theatrics. Actually, can I say that? Because some people do the theatrics to avoid accountability. But in this case, she's not doing that. I'm just saying people can do that, like Rob. She's telling you that something hurt her. And you're going to, it was a joke, it's not that big of a deal, whatever. Like, that's not how you handle it. So anyways, he talks to Rob. And Rob basically tells him what I just said. And so they have another conversation. It starts off in tears and then it ends in them both saying they love each other. The interesting thing about that is Kayla says to him, I hope you're not manipulating me and just saying it to get out of trouble. And then later on, we hear Aaron say, I know it wasn't the right time to say it, but I just felt like I should. All right, birds of a feather. They sure do flock together. Okay. Kenny takes Janae to Soul Ties, and it looks like things are back on track for the two of them.
How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Why are you looking at me like that? Every guy I've been coupled up with, you've been my favorite.
I want you.
Okay.
I need you. I guess maybe it's the little things like, oh, your water bottle, here it is. Oh, the breakfast.
Who's gonna make your eggs? Who's gonna fold your clothes? Who's gonna build your, whatever you need in your apartment? I could build couches. I'm grateful that you've hopefully come to a decision. I'm not sure. I don't know.
If there's a recoupling, just know I'm gonna be talking about you.
I say here that I like the energy that Kenny gives Janae, and that's about it. That's about it. Somebody made a comment down below. It was regarding Serena and Cordell, but they were saying, like, I don't talk enough about what happens behind the scenes with producers. I feel like, yeah, we can speculate all day, but at the end of the day, we don't know what didn't make it on screen. So it's kind of pointless to fixate on it. We can talk about it here and there, which we do. But, like, the producers are choosing to sell us a specific story, and I am just going to talk about, for the most part, what I see on my screen. And what I see on my screen is that Janae, Kenny ain't it, child, but he's the one who's here. He's the one who you feel is the one for the meantime. So, all right, I guess so. Janae says that she is proud of Kenny's decision to bring back another woman because that means he put himself first. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you lost me there, sister, but if you like it, I love it. Okay. Cordell told Serena the day before that he's all in for her, but he has yet to tell Daya. He's now talking to her again, just trying to win her over, like, girl, it's you, like, please take me back.
We gotta be able to compromise, Serena. I get
Compromise
it.
how?
Listen.
Cordell, and the
Just
thing
let me
is,
talk. I just don't like hurting people's feelings. And I hurt yours, I know. If we want to see things through, especially on the outside world, we have to be able to work things out as well. I did not have to kiss her
y'all
like
was making
that.
out.
Are you asking me?
Yeah. You can't want me and still be exploring that. Like, you can't have me.
No, I get that.
So here's my thing if they get back together. I do think that this is a young and toxic couple, but there's growth for anyone, okay? These two can grow. If they get back together, I want them to work on 3 things. Talk about the best way to handle conflict because the screaming matches or the silent treatment, both are ineffective, okay? The second thing is to talk about what their boundaries are while being on the show. you might do something in a challenge that might trigger the person, and then we're back to this like arguing back and forth about things that are just too much. So work on that. What are your boundaries in the show? And also outside the show. Yeah, what are your boundaries in general in this relationship? And lastly, what do they need from each other that they feel like is at a deficit, either right now or before they even went to Casa? Because that was the issue that a lot of us were having with this connection. Like, Cordell was constantly reforming himself to win Serena, but like Serena wasn't giving Cordell what he felt was lacking. So what do y'all need from each other to avoid this whole, well, I'm not getting this from you, so I'm gonna go get it from somewhere else, you know? Daya feels like she should cut things off and asks Kendall for advice.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Why
don't
nobody
be
coming
sorry.
to me for advice?
He gives the best advice.
I think I need to cut things off with Cordell.
Say like we or I can't be ourselves. And I don't want to kind of be a pawn and just kind of wait around. So I'm just going to take a step back.
I'm sorry, babe. It really sucks in here when you have to like watch things go down. Yeah. Am I hurting you? Sorry, I'm freezing.
So I definitely think that it's up to Cordell to tell Daya, especially because he's already made the decision, that things are done between the two of them. I don't appreciate him stringing her along, but I do appreciate... in this conversation right now, I do appreciate Daya being like, I'm not going to wait for an answer. I already feel like the vibe is off. Let me be the person to cut it instead of sitting here twiddling my thumbs. You know, it doesn't make sense. So let's talk about Kendall, okay? I feel like everything I said about Kendall in the last video still stands. I was scrolling on Twitter, and I think I saw a few TikToks too, just weighing in on their opinions of Kendall. And even though I don't fully agree with what people are saying, I can definitely see the perspective. So they think that the way that Kendall was talking to Serena was him trying to assert his dominance over her. That's the part that I'm like, I didn't see it that way, but I can see how people could see it that way. Even the way that he was talking about her up on the terrace or whatever, and just so ready for Cordell to discard her, I do wonder how genuine were the words that he was even saying to Serena, because he wouldn't have cared if Serena left that day. Like, he was completely like, whatever. But then to her face was like, no, I say this out of love and whatever. And I still think that people who love you should also check you. I think that that's important. But does Kendall have love for Serena in the way that he's making it seem? I don't know. Was he asserting his dominance? I don't know. But I can also see how it made people feel very uncomfortable. It's interesting how I think the producers did something similar to what the Love Island UK people did to Whitney. So I didn't see, maybe it was happening and it just was on a different side of the internet than I'm on. I didn't see a lot of people not feeling Kendall until the last few days. And in the UK, there was this girl, Whitney. She was a bombshell, but she was loved very quickly by a lot of people. And so the producers kind of sunk her game by letting it be known how much she was liked by the people. I think them bringing up the tweets thing, like, yes, they said the ick about Kendall, but he knows he's an ick, please. But calling him a king when a lot of people are like, oh, this person's shady, this person's a bitch, this person's whatever, I think it kind of frames this thing of like, wait, hold on. We don't really like him that much. Let's nitpick now to find reasons not to like him. I do think there are valid reasons not to like Kendall, but I think that that has been emphasized based on the way the producers have really highlighted Kendall's shadiness in the past few episodes. So I wonder if that's deliberate or not. So he gets to go to the hideaway with, what's her name? Nicole. Poor him. He doesn't even know that his stocks are plummeting, but he's having a grand old time over there. The hideaway looks great. This is the nicest hideaway that I've seen so far. I think Love Island USA should repeat this villa. It's very, very nice. Later on, they talk about doing bits in the bed. I don't know if they had full on like this, oh gosh, penetrative intercourse, but you know, they did get freak nasty, and they said that things are closed off between them. Now that Sierra is a free agent, Kane is trying to get to know her, and He says that he doesn't feel the romance between, well, not necessarily the romance, but there isn't a connection romantically between himself and Liv. And my thing is like, in Casa, it was like that too. So how they even chose to explore something didn't make sense to me back then, still doesn't make sense to me now. I do think it's his responsibility to go up to Liv and say, hey, this is where my head is at, before talking to Sierra. But then my mind also goes to like, Liv has been experiencing this kind of pattern over and over and over again. And listen, people gravitate to who words they gravitate to, you know? Gravitate, what did I just say? Guys, it's late. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. People like who they like, right? There's a person out there, there are people out there who will like Liv as is. In this environment, I think she's made it a little bit hard for herself. I think her priority for the most part has been looking out for the girls rather than looking out for herself in terms of building a strong connection in here. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, she's leaving with some really good girlfriends. So if that was her mission accomplished. Moving on. Yeah, later on, she says that he's ugly and has horse teeth. Okay. Catherine tells Kenny that she's interested to get to know him more, and he's like, hold on, Janae's my girl, so just stop it right there. Catherine had no choice but to just accept it. Like, there's really nothing to fight for at that point. Miguel tells Leah that he wants to continue things with her, and she is really excited. But honey, when it comes to Miguel, manage your expectations, okay? Don't get too excited. The next day, Daya tells Serena that she's cutting things off with Cordell, and I don't think this conversation hit the way that she thought it did.
I'm like gonna pull him and just cut things off straight away. He gets on my fucking nerves. Honestly, I'm over it. I don't need this. You don't get to say that you're breaking shit off with me. I already decided I was breaking shit off with you first. I know I'm petty as fuck, but like, I just feel like if I was open to it, we definitely could have did a lot more. Anyway, do with the information what you will. I wish you the best. So I hope y'all figure it out.
Daya, honey, you not beating the allegations of going to Cordell, specifically, deliberately, as a ploy. I don't know to get to who, but it definitely seems targeted now. Now more so than ever. She makes it clear that she is going to lean in to the pettiness. And I kind of was happy that Serena was like, you know, I thought a little piece of me thought that Serena would be like, oh, okay, like eating it up because she wants Cordell to not suffer, but like, you know, to get his just desserts. But no, she actually wasn't too impressed by Daya leaning into the pettiness, and I appreciated that from her. Like, I really do like that she acknowledged that. It is a fact that Cordell has not been giving Daya the energy that he was giving her in Casa, so there's really no need to drag things on further. Kendall and Nicole tell everyone that they got busy and closed things off. Aaron tells the guys that he dropped the L-bomb. Cordell tries to shut things down with Daya, who had other plans, as we already know.
So first off, I want to say, Daya.
I'm just gonna make it really short.
No,
I actually don't
got
really
you.
care what you have to say. To be
that's
honest,
cool.
I'm all good. I no longer want to
gonna
get to know
pursue
you.
Serena.
I think you've literally lied to Serena and you've literally lied to me and you've not been honest and you're not the person that I thought that you were gonna be at all. You were gonna have a chat with Serena and then you were gonna get to know us equally, and I don't really feel like you have done that. You said, oh, I still want you to explore
Because
things.
you deserve to explore.
Oh my God, with you, when you don't want to, like, it's one-sided. He's hella disrespectful. He just tried to come up to me and be like, I just want to start this off. I said, I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Like, now all of a sudden he's turning, he's like, I want Serena. I'm like, I feel like you've been disrespectful. You've literally been lying. You've been fucking annoying. Anyway, here's all yours.
Cordell definitely has a lot to learn. I mean, he's 22. I'm a completely different person from 22 to where I'm at now. And watching yourself back is a great way to, self-examine. So this will be a great learning experience for Cordell. I think that because he does want Serena back, it is for the best that these two completely cut things off. And however he feels is best to win her back, go and do that. Because if you're really about it, be about it. You know, don't talk about it, be about it. I think that Daya put on the performance of her life. Performance of her life, honey. And then she went over to Serena. Yeah, so I did this and I did that. And like, I told him, and like, babe, you can have him. He wasn't yours to give away. Ooh. Baby, he wasn't yours to give away. He already made his decision. But okay, I guess you think you did your big one. So, all right. Did I mention? Oh, yeah. I talked about his age a little bit. And in my notes, I do say that although he could have navigated things better, I do think that he has done a hell of a job compared to some of the other guys. One guy being Aaron. Aaron is older than him, but Cordell is smoking him when it comes to his conduct in the villa, in my opinion. So, listen, Cordell, you'll be all right. Kane and Liv also cut things off. We've seen her have this conversation multiple times, so you could just assume how it happened. Cordell continues to tell Serena that he messed up. We see her get emotional. And what I wish Cordell would do, which maybe would help, it might not, it's up to Serena, but I think it would help for him to actually explain how his actions hurt her, considering where they were at in their relationship. Maybe he has and I'm just missing it, but I think him constantly bringing up like, I effed up, I messed up, I was disrespectful, but like, explain how that ties into where you guys were at too, and how that is now a setback in your relationship. I think her hearing that he fully understands, you know, the full extent of his actions, maybe it would soften her up a bit more. Maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, that's up to Serena. Oh, Liv also gets emotional in her own situation. She says that like it's very frustrating to open herself up to somebody and then them constantly turning their head to somebody else and she being the last to hear about it. With Serena and Liv, I feel like they both acknowledge that they have a guard up, but they don't realize how high up the guard is. And it makes it really hard for people to get close to them when they're constantly repelling people away. Liv more explicitly than Serena, but yeah, they both kind of do it. So I don't know. Maybe watching the show back will help them like navigate dating or just interpersonal relationships a little bit better. Because I do think they both make it a little bit difficult to break through the barrier. So we finally get to movie night. Oh my gosh, like I'm so angry at how they structured this episode. Like it did not have to be this long. But anyways, the first title is called Idle Hands, which is Aaron and his duplicate handshakes. To him, he says that the handshake is different. And then he's like, oh, whatever, we're just locking fingers. Like, it's really not that deep. Aaron, I'm gonna need you to stop diminishing your actions. It does nothing for you. It does not work in your favor at all. Accept responsibility, apologize, and then find steps to move forward. Because this way that you're acting, it's not a good look, sweetie. The next title is Bitch Perfect, which is about the Leah and Liv situation where Rob and Aaron told Liv and, y'all know, y'all were there.
She was rooting for Andrea.
Rooting for Andrea is crazy, Kayla.
When we were coming to the decision making, you were heavily saying more, I think Andrea should go home because of this. You're taking the back seat. That's what's making it.
Why are you still on that shit when I already talked about it? Like, shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up! You're being completely disrespectful right now.
Okay, though.
When I sat up there and I said,
Don't be dramatic.
I said, literally, I'm not gonna do anything.
Get your finger,
Okay,
please.
so let's
out of my
Literally
face.
giving white woman scared. Shut up.
Wait.
You guys are way better than that. You already hashed it out, so don't let this get the best of you guys.
I didn't open the conversation.
Okay,
Everybody
just
relax.
getting on
Everybody
your
relax.
nerves.
I'm not even talking to you.
So I still am of the belief that this situation was blown up bigger than it had to be simply because of a misuse of words. And even Leah eventually said that earlier on in the season. She was like, I should not have said those specific words. I can see how that paints a different picture than what I was trying to display. But yeah, Leah needs to work on her communication skills because whenever she feels like her back is against the wall, I mean, I guess I'll have to watch it back, but I don't think Liv was being overly combative to the point where Leah would have to stand up and be like, shut the F up. I don't think it was at that level. Maybe it was. It's late. I wasn't all the way there, guys. If everybody's shutting up and nobody's actually having a conversation, nothing gets resolved. Like, nothing gets resolved. So then you have Miguel. Miguel talking about, I'm seeing another side of Leah that's really concerning. So, oh, shut up. She been like this. Not me telling the girl to stop saying shut up and then I tell him to shut up. She's been like this damn near the whole season. This isn't anything new. I don't know if he's trying to now build a case to eventually leave Leah. If he does, remember that I said that. But I'm like, Miguel, don't act like this is a surprise. This is nothing new. Liv for a second turned on Janae, who was trying to like cool things down. And that to me was unexpected because I thought Janae and Leah were really close. I mean, not Leah, sorry, Liv. I thought Janae and Liv were really close. Yeah, I kind of felt bad for Janae in that moment. I feel like Janae doesn't have a true friend in there because even in the trio of her, Leah, and Serena, it's really Leah and Serena, you know? Dang, Janae, maybe that's why she's also latching onto these guys so tightly because, let's move on, Joe. The next title is The Wingman of Casa Street, which is about Kendall hyping up all the guys. Me personally, I feel like if the producers really wanted to be messy, they should have included the conversation from the night before. The next title was Wet Hot American Summer. Did I write that right? Let's go with it. Wet Hot American Summer, which is about Aaron and Daniela sucking face and the shower comment.
This is the video I received, by the way. But not this part.
I feel like tomorrow we definitely just wake up and whatever, just come out and jump in the pool.
Right? Can we?
Yeah. At this point, like, I don't even have tears to cry over, like, the situation. It's just, like, keep surprising me.
I know, I'm sorry, I fucked up.
Fuck. It's always, I'm sorry.
What else do you want me to say? I'm not sorry.
Nothing.
It is crazy to me how there's been so much footage shown of Aaron, and there's still so much more footage to show of Aaron. Like, if I was Kaylor, like, I pack my bags, like, get me out of here. There's no way Kaylor's gonna connect, with anybody else at this point. If this guy's gonna be the way that he is, take me off. Y'all know that meme? Take me off. I'm done. Cut the cameras. Dead ass. Like, we're out. There's really no point. And Aaron, he says sorry, but he wasn't remorseful when he said it at all. And he's like, I'm tired of apologizing. Well, your apologies haven't been sincere, mainly because you haven't even taken true accountability for your actions. Yeah, keep apologizing because there's a lot to apologize for. But yeah, I do think at this point they should just wrap it up, honey. The next title was She's Just Not That Into You, which was about Serena complaining about Cordell. Everybody basically saw it coming. Cordell wasn't really too fussed about it. I do think that they went easy on Serena, but she's going through a hard time. I guess give her a break. Next is The Devil Wears Overalls, which is about Leah talking about getting the ick from Rob.
After I saw him crying like a bitch on the floor yesterday, I literally got the ick.
Yo, what the fuck?
That was well nice.
Oh my god.
So because he cried, that's Nick, is it?
Aaron, please. This is the most offensive I've seen you get. You didn't get all this bug about behind Kaylor, but you're really going to bat behind Rob.
Yeah, because I'm going to back Rob, aren't I? When he's getting emotional.
I'm very sorry. I think that was like very hard to watch. It's not funny to me.
That's fine, and I get it. Like, that came from a place of hurt. I don't hold it against you. I still think you're a great person. I really like Leah. I laugh with Leah, and I love being around her, but I don't trust you anymore. I just felt so fucking alone. I was like, how am I in this place with 12 people, and I feel more alone than I have in years? I mean it when I say I completely forgive you, but, like, you have to understand, like, it's really the lies that I can't get over.
Now, I'm going to start this off by saying Rob needs to go into politics, because I know that when I watched that, I was not on Rob's side. I know that when I watched these clips, I also was not on Rob's side, even though Leah, hearing it back, she actually was really harsh. But him talking about it, I said, well, wait now. Am I on Rob's side? Like, he handled it so well, and I felt like I've been in the wrong this whole time regarding Rob, but I also don't want to think that because I remember that situation being manipulative. I do. But now I'm questioning my beliefs. Rob is good. Rob is good. He should go into politics, honestly. I do like that he was like, honestly, it's water under the bridge. It already happened. It hurts, but it is what it is. Leah had no choice but to just suck it up. She just had to eat that. Like, yeah, girl, what you said was brutal. In some ways vindicated, but brutal nonetheless. Brutal nonetheless. If Miguel is actually being serious about Leah, which I don't think he is, but let's just pretend that he is, take note of how she's acted this entire time. You want to sit up there and talk to Cordell about, is this how you want your wife to be? Is that how you want your wife to be, sir? And are you the type of husband who even deserves this imaginary wife you have in your mind? Those are the real questions, Miguel. I don't know how we switched on Miguel, but yeah. Okay, anyways, I'm getting overheated here. So we're gonna end it. Part 2 comes Thursday. That will be interesting. It looks like Aaron is ripping his mic off and walking away, giving us the Rob special. So I'm excited to see what happens there. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.